Here's Martha MacCallum asking Democrat Jason Crow what this video really meant.
Are they talking about not allowing gunboats to make it to the United States carrying drugs?
No.
Is that what you're talking about?
Martha, here's a novel idea. How about we actually prevent things from happening before they become a problem?
I think that's what they're trying to do.
What you're saying is we have to wait until there's a problem to respond to that problem.
No, I'm not. What
reminding
specific
them of their obligation
order from the commander-in-chief that we are asking our military to carry out are you objecting to? This is very, very vague. And it was so vague in this video, I don't think people could figure out what you guys were all talking about, honestly.
Martha, Donald Trump has made a series of very disturbing comments and suggestions that would violate U.S. law and put our military in terrible positions.
Again, we're getting nowhere.
So let me ask you, who would you rather follow into combat, Martha or that guy? To be fair, though, I think most men would follow Martha anywhere. But that's the type of vague answer that doesn't even work at beauty pageants. Next time, Crow should do it in a swimsuit. But every one of these dopes is advocating something that won't cause them pain. Slotkin won't be dishonorably discharged. Kelly won't be court-martialed. But those still serving, they're the ones who will take the heat if they take the videos seriously. But worst of all, think globally. It's nuts that none of these people stopped and thought, maybe this isn't a good message to send to our enemies. Talk about subversion. So if you hear later that one of our guys flips over to China or Russia, remember the 6 Dems urging them to fight Congress's battles for them. It's advice given from the comfort of their Washington offices that they can now drive home from without getting carjacked because someone followed Trump's orders. Let's welcome tonight's guest. As a former sports reporter, she's covered in more athletes than Icy Hot. Host of the Michelle Tavoya podcast, Michelle Tavoya. For Thanksgiving, his family is thankful he's not there. Actor, writer, and comedian Jamie Lissow. She's the girl next door if you live next door to a soup kitchen. New York Times bestselling author and Fox News contributor, Kat Tim. And on Thanksgiving, old ladies request that he bring the dark meat. Former NBA champion, Blair Tyrus podcast.
You know, if they didn't like it so much,
I think, Michelle, it's safe to say we crossed a few lines so far tonight. All right. They are saying, if you ask them what they meant, they are deliberately coy. They talk about language, and they were stating something that is already obvious. You don't follow unlawful orders. So it's like, they're either total or they're stupid.
Well, okay, so, or both.
Or both.
Or both. So, first thing, there are strict rules preventing active military from being involved in politics. Now, these 6 Democrats are no longer active, right? But they are using their military credentials, their bona fides, to deliver this message. And if it was truly a good faith, honest, legitimate message, why were none of the 10 Republican senators who also served involved in this effort, like Joni Ernst or Tom Cotton or whatever? Because it's not a military good faith message, it's a political one. Second, the language, you heard him say, the line, the threat to our Constitution is coming from right here at home. That is the kind of BS that gets guys to shoot at Charlie Kirk and to take out comparatori while trying to kill Donald Trump. That's the Gestapo, Hitler, authoritarian kind of language that leads to that crap. And finally, the goal here. Jason Crow told Martha MacCallum, there's an interesting fact. Military members are really smart. You don't think they can handle a reminder? They are trained for this. Well, if they are trained for this, then why the hell do they need a reminder?
Yes.
There was no intent here to remind anyone. This was purely to gin up fear, to, you said, sow chaos, alarm people, stoke anger, and yeah, I bet this played real well in Russia. Thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah, you know, Jamie. Oh, thank you. Thank you. try to get past Jamie really quickly. There's something really like high school girlish, passive aggressive about this. It's like somebody who comes up to you and says, "Hey, Jamie, you look better than you did yesterday," and then they just walk away. It's like they're It's like this weird insinuation without saying what they really want to say.
Yeah.
You know?
Very vague. I thought Heather did a great job in that interview, but I haven't heard people talk over each other like that since when I was getting married and they go, "Speak now or forever hold your peace."
Did you call her Heather?
Was that the interview? What did I say?
Her name's Martha. I guess they all look alike to you, right?
I thought Martha Heather did a great job. I guess you don't learn people's middle names, Greg. I saw Heather. And by the way, that video, just overall, was the production budget?
Yes.
$0.
Yeah.
Didn't it look like a video when they go like, "Hey, we're all saying happy birthday to Greg, record a video"? It was just, I'm just tired of all those videos where everyone says a word of the same sentence. Just stop it. Just say your own thing.
Who started that? And can they be executed?
I don't know if, I feel like executed might be a little strong arm, but what if we put him in like an electric chair, but then I just got behind him and I was like, bzz, bzz, then we let him go.
That's a great prank.
Or like a firing squad, but it just says bang when it comes out. What an insane message. The Democrats are like, "Hey, remember how we shut down the government and we didn't pay you for 40 days? Here are some ideas of how to get fired."
Yeah.
Like, it's insane.
It is the worst advice ever, Kat. Okay, so I was thinking about, so Trump responded and he said, sedition, it could be punishable by death, which is true, but he never mentioned them. And so they jumped to the conclusion thinking it's about them because they know they basically encourage sedition. Does that you follow that?
Yeah, I disagree. I don't think that those were helpful comments.
No?
No.
What is your problem?
Okay.
Are you not a patriot?
No, I'm a huge patriot. Yeah, I'm a huge patriot. So that's why I stand for freedom of speech.
Yeah.
I would also not give this video quite as much credit as you gave it in saying that you're concerned that people are going to maybe flip over to China or Russia because of it. I just don't think it was that convincing of a video. Like you said, it didn't really say much. What was it trying to say? So I think that they're all well aware that nothing is going to actually result from this. No, I don't think that they think for a second that someone's actually going to defy orders because they made this little video with like the little like whatever ringtone in the background. But that only could mean that it's a virtue signal. It could only mean that they're just doing this to say, "Look at us and how we're standing up against this." And that's because unless they think it's going to affect policy, which there's no way they think, they did it as a virtue signal.
Tyrus, who do you think put this together, and why did they put it together? Is it a psyop?
I feel like this Jason Crow guy put this together. You know, you would think him being a Democratic lawman with the last name Crow, he'd be a little more accepting. He'd want to tote the line and be everybody's friend. "Hey, I'm not that Crow. I'm here to tell you, let's all get along." But no, he's trying to be that Crow guy because this is something that the uncool kids like, "Yo, if we made our own music video, people would start like, we're the stars. If we all get together and remix it, who knows how to do the thing when we all say the same words at the same time?" And they're like, "Yeah, I can do that video." And they put that video out there, and they cannot believe that no one liked it. They're absolutely shocked. That is their best work. That is their moment. They were expecting an Emmy. They were expecting people to come up to them and be like, "When you said it was my right not to, like, you had me here and here."
I realized why that guy was able to be such a great astronaut. If you show look how small his head is. That is like the perfect head for a space helmet.
You know, or that could have been the results of the moon's gravitational pull. Heard he's very sensitive about that.
He is a great-looking astronaut. Just that, but it does bother me, virtue signal or not, that this is dangerous. I mean, what do we live by? Persuasion. The repetition of messages. That's what got Charlie Kirk killed. Saying like Trump is going to cause some kind of unrest.
But that's been their recipe this entire 10 years that we put up with. They just say stuff and hope it picks up. And they'll say something else. They just throw it in the wind and see what catches on the clothesline.
By the way, Greg, you're right. I heard he was the last astronaut to get hired for that mission, and they only had one tiny helmet left.
Yeah. You know who would love that joke? Martha Heather.
Martha Heather.
Oh, yeah. Martha Heather. She was a local anchorwoman who died mysteriously.
The old MH.
Want even more Fox News on YouTube? Become a Fox News Patriot today. Click join to find out how.